This video right here is going to show you exactly how to play a G bar chord coming up next. Okay, I'm going to have the guitar right in plain view for you so you can see me strumming, and I can show you exactly what fingers and what frets to put your fingers on to play a G bar chord. And this will work for any bar chord on the top string as far as you know, notes. If you know what each note is on the top, or excuse me, the sixth string, which is the low end E string, if you know the notes of each fret on that string, then if you play this bar chord right here like that, that's G. And if you just move it, whatever this finger is on that string, that's what note you're playing. That's the chord that you're playing. And this is G right here. If you play this top string, play this top string and turn it up. You just play that top string right there on the 3rd fret. That is G. The next one is G sharp, and then the next one is A. So if you play a bar chord that I'm going to show you, and you play it right here, then you're playing an A. So to get going, I'm going to move in a little closer so you can see the strings and everything. You take your pointer finger and you want to bar all the strings all the way up and down the neck of the guitar, all the way from the top to the bottom of the neck of the guitar. You do that with that finger, and then with your ring finger, you go to 2 frets up and the next string down, which is the A string, and you push that string down. And then the next string, which is the D string, you push down then that same fret with your pinky, and then the next string down between your fingers there on the 4th fret, you push down on the G string right there, and you bar all these strings and you push down. It's almost like, you see my fingers here? If you know how to play an E major right here, it's the same shape, but you slide it up here and you bar all the rest of the strings with your finger, and that's playing a G. See how I strum that? I strummed all the strings and every one of them is ringing. And there's different ways you can strum it. You can do what's called palm muting and barely lay your hand on the strings, and that kind of makes it chunky. Or you can strum it all the way. Got a lot of overdrive in my guitar right now. I'm going to turn that off right now so you can hear it clean. In case you're on an acoustic, it'll sound more like it. And that's your G bar chord. And like I said, you can move that anywhere up on the top of this, on that string, anywhere on the frets, and you're playing a different note. So if this is G, the next one down would be F sharp. And the next one down would be F. And then you go, and if you go open, you're playing the E, the actual E major chord there. And then your bar is actually the top of the guitar. So that's all you're doing, is you're barring with your finger, and you're making the E shape major, the E major shape like this, but with these fingers, and you bring them up here, and then you bar 2 frets down, 2 frets up the neck, I should say, and then you play all the strings. You see how that sounds? Now if you play a regular G, it almost sounds the same. And you start learning bar chords. When you start learning bar chords, you can play a lot of different songs. And usually when you do the heavier guitar stuff, you play bar chords like, you know, like this. Some people call them power chords because a lot of times you don't even have, when you're doing that harder rock stuff, you don't even have to play all the strings. You just play like the top 3 or 4 strings. And you can learn a lot and play a lot of different songs. A lot of different songs start off with, you know, maybe major chords, and then they switch over to bar chords in the heavier side of the song, in the heavier part of the song. And I can show you that with Knocking on Heaven's Door. So with Knocking on Heaven's Door, it goes just like this. So, and that's the way they differentiate a lot of times in songs between the heavier part of the song and the lighter, more picking or lighter part of the song. And kicking in overdrive, you start using, usually when you kick in overdrive, you start using the bar chords or the power, if you want to call them power chords. And the one that I just taught you, like I said, if you start here on this string and you make that E shape chord right there with these fingers, then you are making the bar chord, the G bar chord. And I can teach you a lot more to go along with your chords once you learn your chords and your strumming. Move my camera up. And this is Brandon with Jam on Guitar Lessons. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years, since I was about 13 years old. And I played in many different rock bands. And then when I gave my life over to Christ, I started playing Christian rock. So I played in a Christian rock band for 10 years. We traveled in Kentucky and around these states here and everything, and did a lot of stuff, and had a lot of fun, seen a lot of lives changed. And so I can teach you rock, or I could teach you country, or I could teach you blues, or I could teach you pretty much any style that you want to learn. As long as you learn the basics of playing guitar, you can learn the other styles of how to play guitar as long as you learn the basics. The main basics, and then some intermediate stuff. And then I also can teach you advanced stuff, and I can teach you here one-on-one in Richmond, Kentucky, or via Zoom. If you're not in Richmond, Kentucky, or close to my area, we can do via Zoom, and we can do lessons that way if you'd like to do lessons, so I can teach you how to play guitar and how to play guitar correctly. A lot of people say it's hard because they have big fingers. Well, I have pretty big fingers, and I do a good job myself, I feel like, anyways. And I have a guy that I'm doing lessons with right now who has twice as big of fingers as I do, and he's doing it. So big fingers is not a problem. If you have the will to play, you can play. And this is Brandon again for Jam on Guitar Lessons. contact me here on Facebook, you can probably find my phone number somewhere on the Facebook page or on the website, which is jamonguitarlessons.com. jamonguitarlessons.com. You can contact me there through the website, or my phone number is there. And I just want to help people learn how to play guitar and have fun and you jam on guitar. So you all have a blessed day. I'll talk to you soon.